Samsung is about to drop a game-changing smartphone, and if the latest leaks are true, the Galaxy S26 Ultra is going to rewrite the rules of mobile photography. This is not just another minor upgrade. This could be the biggest leap in smartphone camera technology in years. We're talking about an insane combination of new sensor technology, major zoom improvements, and the return of a feature that Samsung fans have been begging for. Whether you're a casual phone user or a photography enthusiast, what Samsung is planning might just blow your mind. Stay tuned until the end of this video because we're diving deep into everything we know so far about the S26 Ultra, including the features that could make it the most powerful camera phone on the market. Let's start with the most exciting rumor, the return of variable aperture. If you've been following Samsung's camera evolution, you might remember that they introduced variable aperture back with the Galaxy S9, allowing the camera to switch between f/1.5 and f/2.4. But after a few years, Samsung quietly dropped this feature, leaving users stuck with fixed aperture lenses. Now, according to a major leak, the Galaxy S26 Ultra is bringing it back in a big way. We're looking at a 200 megapixel primary sensor with a variable aperture that ranges from f/1.4 to f/4.0. This isn't just a gimmick. It means Samsung is giving users unprecedented control over their photos. A wider aperture at f/1.4 will let in more light, improving low-light photography dramatically, while stopping down to f/4.0 will allow for deeper depth of field in well-lit conditions. If this leak holds true, the S26 Ultra will be a dream for anyone who loves mobile photography. But that's just the beginning. Samsung is reportedly making massive changes to the zoom cameras, and this is where things get really interesting. The traditional 10 megapixel 3x zoom camera? Gone. Instead, we could be getting a brand new 50 megapixel sensor with 3.5x optical zoom, meaning sharper images with way more detail. And that's not all. The second periscope zoom sensor is also expected to get a major upgrade. Samsung is rumored to replace the current 50 megapixel 5x zoom sensor with a new 50 megapixel sensor capable of 8 optical zoom at 184 millimeters focal length. This is a massive shift in how Samsung approaches zoom technology, allowing users to capture incredibly detailed shots from a distance without sacrificing quality. If this is true, it will make the Galaxy S26 Ultra one of the most capable zoom cameras in any smartphone ever released. However, there's also a conflicting leak that suggests Samsung might actually remove one of the zoom sensors entirely. Instead of having two separate zoom cameras, Samsung could be leaning more into advanced software-driven zoom technology. This would mean fewer hardware components, but a reliance on AI-powered image processing to deliver high-quality zoom shots. It's a controversial move. Some users love the versatility of dedicated zoom sensors, while others believe computational photography is the future. If Samsung does remove one of the zoom lenses, the company will have to ensure that its AI-powered zoom can match the detail and clarity of dedicated hardware. Moving beyond the cameras, there's another major change in the works for the S26 Ultra, Samsung's long-awaited chipset breakthrough. For the past few years, Samsung has been in a tug-of-war between its in-house Exynos chips and Qualcomm's Snapdragon processors. The S25 Ultra globally launched with the Snapdragon 8 Elite because Samsung was struggling with the Exynos 2500. But now, reports suggest that Samsung's Exynos 2600 is on track for a major comeback. Built on Samsung's advanced SF22 process, this chip is expected to deliver a 12% boost in performance, a 25% improvement in power efficiency, and a 5% reduction in overall size compared to the previous generation. If Samsung can get this right, it could finally close the performance gap with Apple's A-series chips and put Exynos back on the map. But there's another wild rumor circulating about the S26 Ultra. It might be rebranded as the Galaxy S26 Note. That's right, Samsung could be bringing back the legendary Note branding for its Ultra lineup, signaling a return to the Note's signature productivity-focused identity. With the S Pen already an essential part of the Ultra series, reviving the Note name might be a way to differentiate the Ultra model even further from the standard S26 and S26 Plus. If this actually happens, it could be a nostalgic throwback for longtime Note fans who still remember the glory days of the Note 9 and Note 20 Ultra. Another potential game changer is Samsung's rumored display upgrade. The S26 Ultra is expected to feature an even brighter and more power-efficient display than its predecessor, utilizing the latest OLED advancements to enhance visibility outdoors and reduce battery drain. We could also see improvements in the refresh rate technology, possibly bringing variable refresh rates that adapt even more dynamically based on usage to maximize battery life. Samsung has always led the industry when it comes to display quality, and the S26 Ultra might just set a new standard. Lastly, let's talk about the elephant in the room, the under-display camera. Samsung has been experimenting with this technology for years, but it has never quite lived up to expectations. The latest rumors suggest that Samsung might finally be ready to introduce a next-gen under-display camera on the S26 Ultra, offering a true edge-to-edge display with no interruptions. If the technology has improved enough to deliver high-quality selfies while remaining invisible when not in use, it could be a major win for Samsung. Of course, as exciting as all of these rumors are, we have to take them with a grain of salt. The Galaxy S26 Ultra is still nearly a year away, and a lot could change before its official release. But if even half of these features make it into the final version, we're looking at one of the most exciting smartphone launches in years. Samsung seems to be making bold moves, and the S26 Ultra could set a new benchmark for flagship devices. What do you think about these leaks? Are you excited about the potential return of variable aperture? Do you think Samsung's new zoom technology will be a game changer, or do you prefer the traditional dual zoom setup? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear what you think. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of the latest updates on the Galaxy S26 Ultra. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.